The portal opened. Liam lived alone on an old mining colony. The sky above was always gray, the air full of dust. Broken machines surrounded him. He worked every day fixing them, hoping someone would need them again. But no one came. Not anymore. One evening, Liam was repairing a small generator inside his workshop. The wind outside howled, shaking the metal walls. He turned on the light and wiped sweat from his face. Just another quiet night. Then, everything changed. A strange sound filled the room. It was like a deep hum, soft at first, then louder. The air shimmered in front of him. Tools shook on the shelves. Light flickered. Liam took a step back, staring. A glowing circle appeared in the air, bright, swirling with blue and white light. It hovered 3 feet off the ground, spinning fast. Liam froze. He had seen many machines in his life. This was not one of them. Without warning, something, or someone, fell out of the circle. A girl landed hard on the workshop floor. She cried out and curled up, shaking. The portal behind her vanished with a sharp crack, like thunder. The room went silent again. Liam blinked. What just happened? He walked slowly to the girl. She looked young, maybe his age or a little younger. Her clothes were strange, tight and shiny, but torn at the edges. Parts of her skin glowed faintly, like stars beneath her skin. Her hair was silver blue and floated softly, like it didn't follow gravity. She looked up at him, eyes wide with fear. Where am I?" she asked in broken English. Liam knelt beside her. "You're safe. You're on Terra 9, an old mining moon. Are you hurt?" She tried to sit up but winced. I don't know, I don't remember the landing, my head hurts." Liam brought her water and wrapped a soft cloth around her shoulders. She was shivering. "What's your name?" he asked gently. "Nairi," she whispered. "I'm Liam," he said. "Do you know what that thing was? The glowing circle?" She shook her head slowly. "A portal. Forced open. Not my doing." Liam raised an eyebrow. "Portal? Like teleportation?" "Yes," she said. "But not safe. Not stable. I didn't open it. Someone pushed me through." Nairi looked around the room, breathing fast. Her eyes glowed faintly too. "This place is strange. Different from home. No skies. No flow." Liam didn't know what to say. This was too much, too fast. She wasn't just an alien. She was scared, confused, and completely alone. He gave her food from his storage, a warm protein bar and a flask of water. She ate slowly, still watching him like she didn't trust him, yet. Then came the moment that chilled Liam's spine. From outside the workshop, something made a sound. Not the wind, not a machine. It was soft, like something breathing. Liam froze. Nairi heard it too. Her eyes went wide. "They followed me," she whispered. Or it did. Liam moved quickly to lock the door and shut the metal window covers. "What do you mean?" Nairi stood on weak legs and grabbed his arm. Her voice trembled. "I saw something when the portal opened. A shape. It was waiting. Watching. Not from my world. Not from yours." "Something followed you here?" Liam asked. She nodded. "What is it?" Nairi looked into his eyes. "I don't know, but it doesn't stop. It never stops." Silence fell again. The room seemed colder now. Liam looked at the lights. They flickered. The air felt heavier. He had been alone for a long time. But now, in less than 5 minutes, everything had changed. An alien girl had fallen from a glowing portal into his world. And now, something else was coming. Something she feared. Nairi sat down beside the tools and wrapped herself in a blanket. She looked lost, small, and afraid. Liam sat across from her, gripping his old plasma wrench tight in his hands. The dust outside began to swirl harder, like something big was walking across the ground. He didn't know what Nairi had brought with her, but he knew one thing. His quiet, empty life was over, alien but not alone. The night did not sleep. Liam sat near the workshop door, holding a plasma cutter like a weapon. His eyes were locked on the shadows outside. Nairi had fallen asleep, for a moment curled under a blanket near the corner, but even in sleep her face looked worried. The wind had stopped. No howling, no dust, only silence. Too much silence. Liam reached for his sensor panel. The motion scanners were still blinking red. Something moved outside the perimeter every 5 minutes. Same pace, same direction, circling, not an animal, not a machine. It was searching. He walked quietly to the girl. "Nairi," he said in a soft voice. "Wake up." Her eyes opened fast. No confusion this time, only fear. "It's still here," Liam said. "Whatever followed you, it's walking around my workshop, over and over." Nairi sat up quickly. She looked at the door, then at Liam. "We don't have much time." "You need to tell me what it is," Liam said. "I need to know what we're up against." She looked down at her hands, glowing softly. "I was part of a team, explorers, not soldiers. We opened doors, portals between realities. My job was to map unknown energy zones." She paused. "But one door was wrong. It didn't open into a world. It opened into something else." Liam's voice dropped to a whisper. "Something else? A place without life. Only hunger," she said. "We called it the Hollow. No stars. No time. And something inside it noticed us." She looked up. "We tried to shut it. We failed." "So they pushed you through a portal to save you?" Liam asked. "No," she said quietly. "They pushed me through to hide me, to stop it from following them." Liam stood in silence. He felt like the air around them got heavier with every word. Nairi walked to the small window. "You live alone," she said. "No other humans?" "Not for years," he said. "Just old bots and dust." She nodded. "Then you are the perfect hiding place." Liam frowned. "I'm not sure if that's good news." Before she could answer, the workshop lights blinked again, twice, and went out. Pure darkness. Liam grabbed a flashlight and pointed it toward the door. Sound echoed across the metal walls. Not a knock, not a bang, a whisper, like wind sliding against words, too low to understand. Nairi stepped back. Her voice was tight now. "It found us." Liam tried to stay calm. "Can we fight it?" Nairi didn't answer. Instead, she reached into a pocket in her torn uniform and pulled out a small cube-shaped device. It floated in her hand and glowed green. "This will confuse it," she said, for a few minutes. "What is it?" Liam asked. "My last tool," she whispered. "After this, we run." "Where?" Liam said. "This is a mining moon. There's nowhere else." Nairi looked at him. "Then we run into your world. Your systems, whatever you know, and we stay ahead of it." She tossed the cube at the door. It floated mid-air, then exploded into a cloud of green mist that slipped under the cracks. The whispers stopped. Liam looked at her. "Is it gone?" Nairi shook her head. "No, just blind for now." Liam took a deep breath. "What is it after?" Nairi turned to him with wide, glowing eyes. "Me?" she said. "Why?" Liam asked. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "Because I looked at it, and it looked back. The hunter arrives." The green mist outside the door was fading. Liam and Nairi stood still, not speaking, not breathing too loud. The silence after the mist felt wrong, too quiet, like the world was holding its breath. Then, it came. A sound. Soft, slow, heavy. Step, step, scrape. Liam gripped the edge of the metal table. His flashlight flickered. He didn't want to look, but his eyes were already turning toward the door. A shadow moved outside the glass slit in the door. Tall, almost touching the ceiling. It had long arms, bent in the wrong direction, and something wrapped tight around its head like broken wires or old cloth. But Liam saw no face. Only emptiness. "Is that the void thing?" he whispered. Nairi didn't answer. Her hand was tight on his sleeve. Her body froze. It's not just a void walker, she finally whispered. It's one of the first. The first what? The first that crossed between worlds. The first that learned to smell fear. Liam looked around his workshop. There were no real weapons, only tools, a few plasma batteries, some unstable gas tanks, and a whole lot of metal. What happens if it gets in here? Nairi turned toward him. It won't kill you. Not like you think. How then? She looked at the door and said quietly, It shows you every version of you that died, over and over, until your mind forgets which one is real. Liam felt cold sweat on his neck. Outside, the creature stopped. And then, it spoke, not with a mouth. The sound came inside their heads. You are not meant to touch the girl. Liam stumbled back, holding his head. It felt like ice moving through his brain. Nairi shouted something in her language, sharp, angry words that echoed with power. The creature growled, a sound like stone breaking. Liam, she said quickly. It's inside the comm line. It doesn't need the door. It's trying to speak through code now. Break your connection. To the outside. Liam ran to the console and pulled the main comm wires. Sparks flew. Screens turned black. The whispering stopped. But so did the air. The creature was no longer outside the door. Liam turned slowly. Behind them, near the broken generator, a tall shadow stood in the corner. The light didn't touch it. Nairi grabbed a plasma battery and threw it at the shadow. A bright flash lit up the room, and for 1 second they saw it clearly. The creature had no face. But in the center of its chest, something was inside. Nairi's face, frozen, as if she were still. Screaming, Liam pulled her back. Run, now! They ran through the back hallway of the workshop into the underground storage rooms. Pipes dripped water. The ground shook slightly. How did it get in? Liam asked, breathing hard. It doesn't use doors, Nairi said. It bends space, like the portal. But it needs a signal. A system. Something to follow. Liam opened a hidden compartment, his escape tunnel. It was small, dirty, but it led to the old mine. Get in, he said. Nairi crawled inside. Liam followed and sealed the hatch. As they moved through the tunnel, she whispered, I thought I had time, but it came faster than I imagined. Liam turned on a small headlamp. What does it want with you? She looked at him. Not just me. I saw something in its world. A gate, not closed, still open. Liam stopped crawling. What does that mean? It means, she said, it's not just coming for me anymore. It knows about you now, too. Her broken memory. The tunnel was cold and narrow. Metal scraped under their hands as Liam and Nairi crawled deeper into the old mine shaft. Water dripped from above. The air smelled of rust and old earth. It felt like they were crawling into the belly of the moon itself. Behind them, silence. But silence wasn't safety anymore. Liam's voice broke the stillness. How far does this go? Long enough, he said. I built it to hide from storms, not monsters. Nairi gave a weak nod. Her face was pale, her skin glow dim. Liam noticed her breathing had become slow, uneven. He placed a hand on her shoulder. Are you hurt? Not hurt, she whispered. My energy, breaking. I wasn't supposed to stay in your world this long. We're close to the old generator room, Liam said. You can rest there. After a few more minutes, they reached a hidden chamber beneath the mine, dark, silent, filled with unused equipment and dust. Liam lit a few glow sticks and placed them on the walls. The green light washed over the space. Nairi sat down on a crate and closed her eyes. She looked lost. Older. Like a soldier after war. Liam sat beside her. You said you were a scout. For your people, she nodded slowly. I mapped energies between worlds, not for war, for learning. Then what happened? She opened her eyes. We opened the wrong portal. It wasn't a place, it was a memory. A wound in space. Liam leaned in. A memory. Nairi's voice was soft now. Yes, it showed us things. Voices from every World that died, and it learned from us too. She held her head like it hurt. My team saw a gate, something ancient, older than time, and behind it, shadows that whispered. She looked at Liam. When we tried to close the portal, it didn't fight us, it smiled. It let us think we won. Why? Because it knew someone would stay curious, and it knew I had seen too much. Liam's heart beat faster. You? She nodded. I stayed too long near the gate. I touched the wall. It showed me every world it had eaten. And one of them was like yours. Liam went silent. Earth? He asked. Yes, she said. Or something that looked like it, but ruined. Black skies. No people. Only ashes. He felt a shiver in his spine. You think that's a future? Nairi looked down. I think it's a warning. A loud metal crack echoed from above. Both of them jumped. Liam turned off the lights. Complete darkness again. Nairi whispered, It's searching through the tunnels now, we don't have much time. Liam whispered back, You said it learns. What did it learn from you? She didn't speak for a long moment, then she said, My fear, my guilt, and your name. Liam stared at her in the dark. My name? When I fell through the portal, I didn't know where I would land. But before I closed my eyes and I whispered your name. How? Nairi slowly touched her temple. You were in the gate's memory, not as a victim, as a light, as the one who would stop it. Liam felt like his chest froze. Me? He whispered. Yes, she said, you were standing at the gate, and behind you were thousands of your kind, the last humans, ready to fight. Liam didn't know what to say. He was just a mechanic, a quiet man living in silence, and yet, something from a dying world had called him by name. A noise came again. Closer. Heavier. Crawling inside the walls. Nairi leaned in. Liam, she said. You're not just a man hiding in the dark. Then what am I? She placed her glowing hand on his chest. You're the one the darkness fears. Human choice. Liam had never been a fighter. He fixed machines. He cleaned dust filters. He read old books. He wasn't a soldier, not a hero. But now, deep in an old mining tunnel, with a glowing alien girl beside him and something inhuman crawling. Closer, he had no choice. He had to be something more. He checked the emergency panel on the wall. Most of the systems were dead. Only one thing still worked. The fuel line controls. Explosive gas tanks ran through this section of the mine. Dangerous. Unstable. Perfect. He looked at Nairi. She was sitting still, her body glowing dim, her breath shallow. Can you walk? He asked. She opened her eyes. Yes, but not fast. We don't need to run, just move. He helped her stand. Then he grabbed 2 small plasma cells from a broken crate, enough power to cause a big fire if placed right. He turned to Nairi. We're not going to keep running. Not anymore. What do you mean? I mean we stop it. Or at least slow it down long enough to make a real escape. Nairi frowned. We can't kill it, Liam. He gave a small smile. Then let's hurt it. They moved through the narrow tunnels, stepping over broken pipes and sharp wires. Liam placed 1 plasma cell near the gas valve and cracked it slightly. Gas hissed into the air. We're going to light the whole section? She asked. Yeah, Liam said. If it chases us down this path, we hit the switch. Nairi nodded. I'll give it something to follow. She raised her arm and pressed her fingers together. A small spark of light floated out, shaped like her. It moved through the tunnel ahead of them, glowing bright. Hologram? Liam asked. Energy bait, she said. It smells like me. The moment it moved forward, the walls began to shake. The hunter had taken the bait. They ran. Liam counted every step, every breath. He passed the old oxygen tank, then the dripping pipe. Almost there. Behind them, a roar filled the tunnel. Not loud, not angry, just wrong, like metal screaming, in pain. Liam hit the switch. Fire exploded behind them. Gas lit up the tunnel with a wave of burning light. The ground shook. Dust flew everywhere. The force threw them forward. Liam crashed into the wall, coughing hard. "Neri!" he shouted. She groaned, pulling herself up. "Still here." He grabbed her hand and helped her through the escape hatch. They climbed into another tunnel, this one leading back to the open surface far behind the workshop. As they reached the exit, Liam turned around. Behind him, smoke rose from the tunnel. No movement, no shadow, just silence. "Do you think it's gone?" he asked. Neri didn't answer. Instead, she pointed to the ground. Liam looked. In the dust behind them, footprints. But not human. Not hers. Not his. Still fresh. "It let us think we won," she whispered. Liam felt anger in his chest now. Deep, hot, growing. "Then it's playing a game," he said. "But I'm done playing." Neri looked at him. "What do you want to do?" Liam clenched his fists. "I want to end this. No more hiding. If that thing wants to hunt me, fine. But I'm taking the fight to it. Even if that means leaving your world?" Liam nodded slowly. "Especially if it means that." Nairi placed her hand on his arm. "Then I'll open the portal again," she said. "Not back to my world, but to the place where this began." Liam took a deep breath. "Let's finish what they started." The tear in reality. The sky above Terra 9 was dark again. Liam and Nairi stood near the edge of the cliff behind the mine, looking at the stars. Except now, even the stars looked wrong. Some of them pulsed. Some faded. And one part of the sky had no stars at all. Only darkness. "That's where we go," Nairi said, pointing at the empty space. "There's nothing there," Liam said. "Not yet," she answered. Nairi took a deep breath and stepped forward. Her body glowed brighter now, her skin covered in soft symbols like a living map. She closed her eyes and raised her hands. The air shifted. The wind stopped. And then the sky cracked, like glass. A thin glowing line appeared in the air. It stretched open like a wound. Liam watched as space bent inward. Not a portal like before. This one was different. It didn't open like a door, it tore like skin. Liam could feel it in his bones. His heartbeat slowed. Gravity twisted. The world felt wrong. "You sure we'll come back?" he asked. Nairi opened her eyes. "No," Liam nodded. "Good enough." They stepped in. The moment Liam crossed, his breath stopped. It felt like falling without moving. Sound disappeared. Light bent in strange shapes. And then they landed. But it wasn't a place. It was a memory. Liam looked around. Black ground. No sky. Floating pieces of broken buildings. Time didn't move right. He saw lightning that didn't flash, clouds that didn't drift. And in the center of it all, the gate, a massive stone circle taller than a mountain covered in glowing red cracks. It pulsed like a heartbeat, and something was behind it, something awake. "Is this the hollow?" Liam whispered. Nairi nodded. "This is where it feeds, from fear, from dreams, from every world that touches its door." Liam walked slowly toward the gate. "It looks alive." "Because it is," she said, "and it remembers everything." Liam looked closer. Inside the gate, he saw flickers. Not just random light, scenes. A child crying on a dead planet, an army falling under the sky, an old man alone on a silent earth. He saw himself, standing, in a burning workshop calling a name he didn't know. "Why is it showing me this?" "Because it's testing you," Nairi said, "to see what breaks you." Liam turned around. "And if I don't break?" Nairi looked at him with quiet eyes. "Then maybe you're the one it fears." Suddenly, a loud crack filled the air. The ground split open. The gate glowed bright, and the hunter stepped forward. Not from behind the gate, from within Liam's own shadow. It had no face still, but now it had his voice. "You can't stop me," it said. "You are me." Liam stepped back. What does that mean?" Nairi shouted. "It's feeding on your image, your fear. Don't believe it." But the hunter changed again. Its body shifted. Now it wore Liam's old uniform. Now it had Nairi's eyes. And it whispered, "You were never alone. We've always watched." Liam felt his knees weaken. But then he remembered the mine, the fire, the courage. He grabbed a shard of metal from the ground and held it like a blade. "You may wear my face," he said, "but you're not me." Nairi reached out, placing her glowing hand on Liam's back. "Together," she whispered. Their lights joined, Liam's spark, Nairi's energy. It formed a pulse. They stepped forward together, walking straight toward the gate. The hunter roared. The world cracked again, and the gate began to open. The human who walked through the gate. The gate opened like a mouth. Liam felt the world twist around him. The ground shook. His ears rang. Wind, cold and sharp, rushed from the portal. It was not the wind of air, but of time and memory. Inside the gate he saw pieces of himself. Every failure. Every moment he had given up. Every night he had sat in silence thinking he was useless. But then he saw something else. The moment he had pulled Nairi off the cold workshop floor. The moment he had stood between her and the void. The moment he had chosen to fight. "It's showing you what it fears most," Nairi whispered beside him. Liam stepped forward. The hunter roared behind them, but it didn't chase. It stayed back, howling like a beast in chains. "Why isn't it following us?" he asked. "Because only truth passes through the gate," Nairi said, "and it is made of lies." They reached the edge of the light. Liam turned to Nairi. "What happens now?" Nairi looked at the glowing space in front of them. "The gate opened for you, not for me. This place, it knows your path. It's always known." "Will I come back?" he asked. She shook her head. "I don't think so." Liam felt fear rise inside him. He had been alone so long. Now when someone finally stood beside him, he had to leave her. "I don't want to leave you," he said. Nairi smiled sadly. "You already gave me more than anyone else ever did. You gave me hope." Liam took her hand, glowing warm in his. "I'll come back," he said. "Somehow." "I believe you," she whispered. He turned and walked through the gate. The light swallowed him. For a moment, there was nothing. Then, Liam opened his eyes. He was standing in a massive hall, made of glass and stars. Around him were beings of every kind, some like Nairi, some even older. They stared at him not with fear, but with respect. A tall figure stepped forward. Its voice echoed in Liam's mind. "You are the one who crossed willingly. The human who chose light when others chose fear." Liam stayed silent. The hollow grows, world by world, but one spark can turn shadow to flame. "What do you want from me?" Liam asked. "Not want," the being said. "Offer." In front of him appeared a sphere of light. Inside it, memories, power, knowledge, and a vision of Earth still, untouched by darkness. Become the guardian of the gate. Stand between the hollow and the living. Carry their stories. Protect their endings. Liam looked down at his hands. They glowed now, like Nairi's. Like hers had done the moment she arrived. He thought of her voice, her courage. He nodded. "I accept." Back on Terra 9, Nairi stood alone by the gate, but only for a moment. Above her, stars began to move, and in the sky a new light appeared, a symbol, bright, burning, not of a world falling, but of one standing, one human, one choice, one hope.